this is the Spark. This is the one I like. That's my bike right there.
Okay. I was about to go ride Spite's bike, but Megan's here, and Megan has been talking about Kawasaki Ninja since she got here. And I didn't ask because we were in the middle of doing something else, and now I think this shit's so funny. So you thought this was a Ninja?
At first glance. No judgment, no hate, but when I walked through the garage, I was like, oh, weird, somebody's Kawasaki Ninja's here. And then the whole time,
you were making Ninja jokes.
I was like, yo, the Ninja, and like talking about Kawasaki's and how I thought all motorcycles were Kawasaki Ninjas until I learned about Harleys. And then I was like, oh, you're either a Ninja guy or you're a Harley guy.
So we've got a Harley right here, we've got a Ninja, and then we got the Shart over there.
I love the Shart. That's the one.
I think we should, this is the beginning of a series where I bring you to go look at motorcycles because you have no knowledge of bikes.
Narn.
But everything that comes out of your mouth about it is funny.
Respectfully, Trinity rode a Ducati.
There you go.
In the Matrix Reloaded. And the freeway scene, for anybody who knows, you're not supposed to fucking go on the freeway when you're in the Matrix. But she's on a Ducati.
Wait, why?
Because on the freeway, you're surrounded by so many people. Any of them could be an agent of the Matrix.
Yeah. You said you were like talking about how ninjas, I like that mosquito is starving. No! It is 50 degrees out. He's starving. He digs your Christmas sweater.
No!
What was I just fucking saying? Oh, you were talking about how ninjas are good for
doing endos.
Endos.
When I think of Kawasaki Ninjas, and one is not actually present today.
This is a Ducati.
Ducati.
Yeah.
So is it Italian?
It's Italian.
Yes!
You've got German, Italian, Austrian.
Dope.
And I don't know, I'm feeling like I've got Euro bike dealership vibes in here now, and it's making me it's piling on to my existential motorcycle crisis about like selling this one. There's like a there's a Japan-shaped hole in my heart.
I was gonna say, where are the Japanese bikes?
I know, I sold mine, and now I feel funny. Like I feel kind of weird.
You got Japanese whiskey in your heart. You need a Japanese bike between your legs.
It's true.
Huh.
I don't know.
How do we remedy this situation?
How do we remedy this? If you guys know of a Japanese project bike, I kind of want one. I'm gonna maybe get on the list for an MT10, but I rode the BMW yesterday, and then I always change my mind. We lost our fill light.
Should I move around? Is that how it comes on?
I know one thing's for sure, I can't review it. I guess I kind of will. It looks really similar to me because I'm not hip on the Ducatis, but it looks similar to Spite's old bike. It's so funny.
This looks like the face of a Transformer.
Yeah.
Like not Optimus Prime, but maybe one of the Decepticons.
I was about to say the evil ones. All right, Megan, I'm gonna go ride Spite's bike that I've been keeping safe, as warm as a bug in a Euro Simps garage.
It looks
rug.
snug as a bug in a rug. Now I see the Italian flag, and anytime I see the Italian flag, I get really hungry. So.
All right, spaghetti.
Yeah, does it
Trinity
run on
from the
spaghetti?
Matrix. Yeah.
Where's the mozzarella stick compartment?
It's inside the engine, and it'll deep fry it while you ride it.
No shit. Okay, I'm liking this bike more and more. Are you excited to ride it?
Yes.
What do you think it's gonna be like?
I don't know.
Have you been on a Ducati before?
Like, I'm not gonna lie, as an aesthetic person, I would never buy it. And the only other two Ducatis I've ridden are a 1098, and then I've ridden a Ducati Scrambler. I owned one, and that's also very different. So I'm excited.
Suddenly I had a question about people who play really loud music from their motorcycles. Have you ever done that? Would you ever do that?
I don't ever, those are usually bikes that have a stereo system on them.
Oh, okay.
Those are expensive and I don't have one. I know, I'm always like,
they're like cruising and everybody has to hear their music.
They want to be looked at. And I go, I see you. I see you.
I hear you.
I hear you. I see you. I try to validate them from a distance and it works. It works.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go ride it.
Cool.
See what's up.
Good luck.
Thanks for jumping in. This is episode 1 of Megan. Megan gives her, you're not being glib because you're not pretending to know.
Well, it's my dipshitted opinion, first impression of motorcycles.
Okay, yes. Yeah. When we went to the dealership, I had a fucking blast with you because you were going nuts. Asking
What is this? Can I ride this? Can I ride this? Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to break into a world of the unknown. I mean, it's also terrifying because I don't like these giant beasts.
They're beastly, yeah, for sure. All right. Dude, I've realized that my identity as a YouTuber or a vlogger is just to show everything exactly how it is. And I'm going to wedge this Spites Ducati out very carefully with my Ducati pants.
Those are Ducati pants.
Dude, can you check my angle?
Yeah, how do I do that?
Oh shit, where's his key?
Isn't it right there?
Oh, there it is. All right, Spite said I could take this out if I let it heat up to 100 degrees. So I'll just sit here. I can't believe he found a 2013 with 12,000 miles. That's awesome. Sounds good. I'm getting super motard vibes in my seating position. I've got special pants on because this is going to be a quick trip. I have 30% GoPro battery life. There's an element of chaos that we are all witnessing here. The parting of the trucks. We must christen the bikes as they come out and we crash into Megan. Ooh, it's at 100 degrees. I'm gonna go. Brother, is my GoPro still at battery?
Yeah, you've got 1 bar.
Shut the fuck up, for real. See you later. Oh, this is nice. This is nicer than I thought it was gonna be. This is comfy. It's also a lot more agile than I anticipated. I like to christen bikes by parting of the trucks, as you just saw. Angry dogs. Acclimating. I wish I had more Matrix lore to tell you guys, but I'd have to re-up. It's been a minute. Dude, this... Alright, Ducati. Alright. Super smooth. It is brisk out. This vlog will be short since I lack Ducati lore. Ducati Matrix crossover lore. Dude, if I had more experience with a passenger, I would definitely take Megan on the back of this. But it ain't my bike. Maybe I'll get her on the back of the Smart. All right, I like the sound of this Hyper Motard. Fact check, it's not a Hyper Motard, it's actually a Hyperstrada, but turns out they're kind of the same thing. The seating position isn't as aggressive as Spite's SMCR, which is nice. It's also like super happy to turn, super agile, nice rumble, nice power. Cruising on this extremely brisk day. I think it's like 45 or some shit. It is cold as balls when you're on a bike. And I have a perforated jacket like a smart person. Like I said, I'm not a motorcycle YouTuber, but I play one on TV. Because you start looking at my gear and stuff and you're like, what is wrong with this person? It's got a jumpy clutch. Dude, this is where I took my Svartpilen off pavement. And now look at it. There's houses everywhere. No trees, just cookie cutter houses. Oop. And a mama with a baby. Don't want to run them over because that would be a different kind of video for a different kind of channel. Dude, I wonder, Spite has way more Matrix knowledge than I do. I remember seeing them in the theater with my dad, and that was the last time that I revisited them, so I was probably 11 or 12. All right, I've only ridden a Ducati 1098 and a Ducati Scrambler, which are very, very different bikes. I'm digging this. I'm digging this more than the Ducati Scrambler, a lot more actually. I wonder if this is the stock seat, because I was like, man, my butt feels great on this seat. And obviously the 1098 is a friggin' beast with way different ergonomics. Oh, this thing wants to party. Wants to hustle. You know what? I think the only time I've ever seen another motard is at HEB, which is a grocery store. And he's got a bunch of hard cases on there, and he puts his little groceries in it. He looks like a real sweetie. Wow, I'm freezing my balls off. All right, guys. I'm gonna rate the Ducatis I've ridden. 1098, Hyper Motard, Ducati Scrambler. Boom! There, that's the thesis of my vlog, because of me rating the Ducatis I've been on. I'm not a brand loyalist. I have allegiance to no one, but I like hopping on, a trusted friend and being curious as to why he picked this, and I'm like, okay, I see it now. This is way more comfy. I already feel that this would be way more fun on the highway than the SMCR. Probably one of the most comfortable seats I've been on. So let's go debrief with Megan, because she's, an esteemed debriefer, and I'm gonna go warm up my balls at the nearest fireplace. All right, in our intro, I didn't face the camera at all, so here we are. I'm facing the camera. Sorry, when it's impromptu and it's my shit and we're already filming a podcast episode, everything just kind of goes out the window.
I know. I feel that same sort of chaos energy. It's like when I was at the grocery store, everything was everywhere, and I just grabbed something.
Isn't it crazy?
It was wild.
Anyways, I told the people you debriefed me after the wild ride.
Yeah, so what did you think about the Kawasaki Ninja?
I don't think I've ever ridden a Kawasaki Ninja. Actually, I know that I haven't.
Yeah.
I was anticipating Spite's Hyper Motard to be a little bit uncomfortable and, I don't know, finicky. But
okay.
But it wasn't. It was it had nice power, it sounded good, and it was super agile. And I was kind of impressed. And it's funny because he's a trusted friend. So I'm like, well, if he likes it,
yeah.
I'm always curious. It's a bike. If I looked at it, I would never ride it. It doesn't get
but
my
he's not a
going.
Dweeb, so you're like, oh, there's got to be something good about it.
He's a respected source who's very experienced. It's tasty, by the way. Okay. And so I was curious to hop on it.
So why did you think it was going to be finicky?
I don't know. It's so weird, and I've been doing this now as my job, hopping on bikes I don't know about for 2 years now. Does anybody want an iPad or iPad?
It's Urkel.
A Firebird Kindle. It's Urkel?
It's Urkel.
It's Urkel. It is. And it's my job to hop on a bike, but you have these strange preconceived notions. I look at it and I was like, that looks like a Nerdmobile. And I don't know anything about it. It's all just ignorance. It's just pure ignorance. And then I hop on it and I was like, oh, this is okay.
And it's
it's comfy.
Assumptions.
Yeah, baseless assumptions and nothingness.
Yeah.
I also, every bike I've ever purchased, and I've purchased a lot of motorcycles, I've never researched.
Oh, interesting. You just go on, the feeling that you get?
I love you.
I love the way you look.
I see you, I love you.
And for some reason, this bike does not visually appeal to you.
I would never ride it, ever. Unless I had to. I'd be like, oh, this is cool.
Because it looks like a Transformer?
Yeah, because it just doesn't speak to my giblets at all.
Got it.
I'm also not a brand loyalist. A lot of like motorcycle culture is like, oh, I love anything, you know, this brand makes.
How would you describe your aesthetic desires?
They're changing, but
Nice.
it's like, I'm a big retro, modern, classic, revivalist. Like, I caught the wave of vintage bikes that are now like the look of vintage bikes, but are fuel injected and they're modern.
Ah.
So the fact that I get to be alive and indulge in massive amounts of debt because of it, I'm into it.
Hell yeah.
So I like things that have retro aesthetics. I don't like the sport bikey stuff.
So this bike kind of reminded me of the bikes that they ride in Akira. Did you ever see the movie Akira?
No.
It's like
Has Lucas seen it?
yeah.
I'll post it.
And it's like street bikes and like tough stuff.
You're a fucking grade A debriefer. I anticipated you just like making fart jokes with me or something.
I could do that too, couldn't I? How did you feel when you rolled back into the garage?
Rolling back, I was freezing and I only had 30% GoPro battery, so it was like, I didn't want to hop on the highway anyways with it, because you can understand a bike, right? Like when you're just tooling around to town. I could feel that it had awesome power and torque. Also doesn't have a lot of miles. I feel like he got a really good deal, because it's like a 2013 bike and it only has 12,000 miles.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So what does he use it for? Just going to get groceries and stuff?
It's probably his grocery getter. I actually don't know. I don't know how much time. It's super comfortable too.
No shit.
I gotta find out if that's the stock seat or not, because I was like, damn, this is comfy.
It's got the bigness.
It's got bigness. It feels like it's actively, consciously, like
Cradling your cheeks.
cradling my cheeks. Thank you.
Yeah.
It felt conscious. It felt like a sentient motorcycle seat.
You were like,
I was like,
hello. And it was like, hello.
Ying, 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 ying.
Who would you recommend it for?
Someone like, I always want to call him by his real name. I'm sure everybody knows his real name.
Don't say it.
Spite, it makes sense for him. It's like somebody who knows what they like, finds a good deal. It also just had its Desmo service, so it's got like plenty of mileage. That's like it's the way. So motorcycles have intake and exhaust valves in their engine, and getting them tuned is pretty easy, but Ducatis are known to have a Desmo valve system, which is notoriously expensive to go get done and kind of a pain in the ass.
So that's how the bikes are undertaking respiration.
Yes.
They're transforming oxygen into carbon dioxide.
Through combustion.
That's right.
And I think if I saw somebody riding that, I'd be like, oh, they're like, not nerdy, but they know what they're doing.
Huh.
It's like for an esteemed, experienced person, and I feel like
An enthusiast. Very in-depth enthusiast.
It's like a rejection to me. Like if you get a supermoto style bike, it's like a rejection of sport bike culture, and is like, watch me fucking like take these turns. Yeah. It's like somebody who knows how to ride is when I see somebody with one of those. Is my novice view. I actually had no idea what supermotos were, and I rode Jake's other bike that he sold for that one for the first time. Oh, Spite. Dude, Lucas looked at me too. He's like, dude, you said his fucking name. I rode his SMCR, which is a supermoto style bike, so smaller wheels, kind of like aggressive. And I was like, oh, it's a dirt bike. And he's like, it's not. And I was like, what? It looks like a dirt bike. But then I looked into like supermoto history, and it's like an old racing thing from the 90s. I was like, okay, cool. I sounded dumb. But it's not like a really you don't see those bikes often. You don't see them on the street and stuff, so.
That's cool. I hope I get to ride a super moto one day.
Let's get you on a supermoto. There's mini ones that I really want a mini bike, because you can just like goof off into the sun with those.
Let's go.
Let's fucking gar.
Let's go.
There is a. Did you see my alley cat scramble video?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like you and I on that on mini bikes. 2 hours of pure chaos, going like 40 miles an hour.
How does everybody not hit each other? I
Dude,
guess you just gotta go slow enough and pay attention
You
enough.
become. It's like an ant colony. It's liquid dynamics.
The hive mind.
The hive mind, yes, and I think that's what like brings people to motorcycling.
Right.
It's because you can all tap in. Through
It's like
passion.
the movements of birds flying in the sky.
Yes,
You just
yeah.
get it or you don't get it.
And then you crash or you don't crash.
You don't get to be part of the group anymore.
No.
You fucking crash.
Well, Mimi, thanks for debriefing me. Dude, I
Well-
like this. Super casual, no planning, cranky babies who don't feel good. Let's gar.
It's sweater weather, it's soup weather, and it's
Motorcycle
motorcycle weather. So let's get it lit.
Let's fucking get lit.
I mean, we already did,
I
so
mean,
that's cool.
Dude, speaking of
Cheers.
getting lit.
Thank you.